Hello, hello, and welcome back to FiddleUP. I'm Emerald Ray, and today we're going to be doing the high reel. And this is such a quintessential Scottish tune. This is a really old one, and I don't know from whence it came. It's one of those ones that's very old, or maybe it's from somewhere. Actually, I don't know that for a fact. I have it in my head as being one of these kind of old, traditional, we don't know where it came from ones, but I'm second guessing myself now that the camera's on. But yeah, we can go look it up. The high reel is a very classic Scottish tune. It's played in Scotland, it's played in Cape Breton, and it's one of these kind of must-know tunes. It's a really great tune. It's really fun, and it's a pipe tune sounding tune. It sounds very pipey, and it's really fun to dig into when you get into all that string crossing in the second part. So this one might seem a little bit tricky, but it's actually not so bad. Once you get a handle on those things, this is going to be a good opportunity for us to work on some trickier passages and some string crossings, and it's going to be a load of fun. So you're in the key of 8 major here. So we're going to start up on the high A, third finger on your E string, and we're going to be playing with the E and the A string a whole bunch up here. So we've done a lot of this before, so I'm going to try to move this tune a little bit quicker. This is definitely more advanced beginner speed, and so we're going to go just a little bit quicker, trying to push you a little bit to get ready for intermediate level. So here we go. We're going to start A, F sharp, A, and open E. Skip down to the A string. We're going to have C sharp, A. So that's 3, 1, 3, E, 2, A. Alrighty. So the next phrase is a little bit of a string crossing. So we're going to start on the C sharp on your A string, second finger on your A string. So that's kind of fun. So what you have to do is a little bit of a swoop. So watch my bow again. See how I'm kind of drawing a circle? See my bow there. I'll do it up a little bit higher. So it doesn't quite look like it, but I am drawing a circle with this little end point in my bow. I'm going to slide my hand down to do my good bow hand. So we have C sharp, A, hop up to the E, back down to the A, F sharp, first finger on the E, back down to the A, E, A. All right, so those first 2 phrases sound like this. And let's try that one more time. And the next phrase is just exactly the same as the first. So I'm going to mention the bowing here just really quickly. So it doesn't really matter, but it does matter a little bit for Scottish music. Scottish music is really down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You're constantly trying to it's a bit more of a structured bowing style than Irish music and old time music. So we're going to go with some really straight, fairly boring bowing. So we have a long note, and then we're going to slur up, and then slur up. So that's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So do you see what's happening there? It's actually more about the long, long, short, 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 long, right? So you kind of want to think about the rhythm of the bowing rather than where is the slur going. We've talked about this a little bit before, but this is really going to come up with Scottish tunes for sure. So do you see how I went down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up. Oh, I can't do it at the same time. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you don't have to do that exactly. It would be fine if you did something a little bit different. The point is you want to make sure you have, big long bows and down bows on down beats if you can, or you're just kind of going along with some kind of pattern there. So the next phrase is, and I'm going to do another long bow, up bow here. So that is, I'll make sure to start on an up bow here so we can get in the right place. So we're starting on first finger on the A string. So that's B, C sharp, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B, G, G, third finger on the D string. And then back up to the B on the A. So that could also be 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay, so let's try phrases, phrases 3 and 4. One more time. Okay, so let's try those two big chunks together. So starting from the very top. I kept going, didn't I? So that's the next phrase we're going for. I just get carried away with tunes and just keep playing. Let's try all of that again so I can warn you before we get to a new place, because that's what I meant to do. So for that little phrase, we're going to play a C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, F sharp, G, or starting on the A string, 2, 3, E, 1, 2, 1, 2. So those two phrases are. Okay, and then we've come down to the last phrase here, and this one's really fun. It's this beautiful broken thirds section here. So luckily you already know that ending part, so we'll just do this very fun part in the top here. So starting on your top A, third finger on the E string, down to the F sharp, down to the G, natural, open E, F sharp, down to the D, open E, and then 2, C sharp. So that's 3, 1, 2, E, 1, 3, E, a high 2. One more time. And then starting on the first finger, we'll do that little last phrase that we've done before here. all together we have fabulous. Okay, so let's do starting from the very top, nice and slow. Repeat. And then that's it. That's the whole A part there. So if you're struggling a little bit with that, I would definitely go back to the beginning and make sure you've listened to this tune enough so that you can sing it, because it's just one of those ones where there's some skippy things and some squirrely bits, and you just have to memorize it. And the best way, if you're ever getting stuck on a tune, just go back to the listening, trust me. Go back to the Learning by Ear video, which is in the Learning by Ear section, and you can check out, just refresh your memory on the 4 steps and keep walking back to the step before. And then, trust me, it seems like going backwards, but it's actually going forwards. It's, one of those things. So let's try the B part. And so the B part has got a whole bunch of elements that are very like the A part. So this is going to go very quickly. So we're going to start off with, which we have already done before, but let's do it again. Next phrase. It's just so happy skippy. So C sharp on the A string, open E, open to the high A, and then F sharp, and then E, C sharp, A. So we have a nice A major arpeggio here. This phrase might be a good one to stop and sing. Actually, this is a good example because it's kind of skippy. So because there isn't kind of a floating singable melody, it's actually better to go back and sing it, because then you'll kind of be able to measure the intervals with your voice and kind of get it in your head before you get it on the fiddle. So da 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 da. So it's little things like that where you might be kind of getting confused until you sing it a couple of times, and then you're ready to go. All right, so let's try out those 2 again. So there we go. Now continuing on, we're gonna do the same phrase again, but start with an up bow slur to turn ourselves around here. Try that one more time with a big up bow. And then we have this phrase starting on the B here. So let's try all 4 of those pieces together. So we have and on up. B. Making sense now? Let's try that one more time. Fabulous. And then moving on here, we have and I bet you can just do that one. Let's just try and do it together. And voila, we have the end of this tune. So we have all of the pieces. Let's rewind a little bit and go back to the top of the B part. There we go. We're going to play it a little slower than that. I just wanted to give your mind a little refresh because it's a long one. So let's try that. Ready? Alrighty, so let's try the whole tune from the top. And then the B part. Ready? there we are. There we have it. That is the high reel. And then to kick this one up to the next level, obviously we're going to play it faster. So all I'm doing there is I am playing it faster. I'm making sure my bows are a little bit gritty, getting into the grit there. There is a video on grit in the technique section that you can check out. See how you can work with that little sandpapery sound. So we're not doing a super gritty sound here. We're just giving it a little bit of a tack, which works so well on these reels. So all I'm doing there is just kind of getting into the grit of my bow instead of having a soft entrance to all those bows. It's kind of a k sound. So working there, and I'm making sure that my bows are nice and small. Not much time for ornaments, actually. it's kind of a lot already. I'm adding a little shake of vibrato in some places, and that is a common ornament that you see in fiddle music. We don't really use vibrato the same way that you use vibrato in classical music, where it's kind of auto vibrato and it's everywhere and you use it a lot. You kind of use vibrato to pop out a note. So that's a good thing to do in reels, is have just a little pop. There we go. So there's that, and then I think I'm doing a couple of trills here and there, but nothing major. Kind of do that little third finger trill there so it gets a little pull-off flavor. So, and then you can add some double stops, obviously, because it's an A. You can add those A double stops. Ooh. Add those double stops pretty easy. So I'm hitting the G string down there to highlight that G. So in pipe tunes, the tonality of a lot of these tunes kind of is structured around two chords, and that is an A and a G. It's like all of Celtic music sounds like that, where you have this A and then it goes down to the 7th chord and up to the 1 chord. So when I hit that G on the bottom, I'm kind of doing that to add some tension, to highlight, and then I'm letting it ring out while so I'm getting I'm actually doing that on purpose, so I get the G over the A just to sound kind of tensiony. So that's what's going on there, and so you can play around. I think I just wanted to explain that little that is such a Cape Breton move right there. So I'm going in for this G chord here. I'm doing a B on my A string and a G natural on my E string. And I'm hitting a warble on the 2nd finger. So I'm changing the melody just slightly here, because I'm actually trying to land into that double stop in a nice, almost kind of in a little tricky way. And so instead of playing, I'm playing. Do you see how I played a different note, but it kind of functions the same way? So you can do things like that. You can change a note to kind of give you a little something different there, and it still is the same rhythm, and it's still in the same chord structure, so it kind of doesn't matter. And I'm ending a lot of these with a, again, going for that G. So So that is a third finger on the D string and then going up to a fourth finger on the A string with an open fourth finger on the D string with an open A string. Getting a unison there. That sounds very pipey, and that's done a lot in Cape Breton music for sure. You can even add a little trill on a double trill on the first finger to make it sound extra Cape Breton-y. So those are all the things in my bag of tricks for this tune. I hope you enjoy this tune as much as I do, and I will see you in the next video.